Oops. Sorry, guys. A little rough here. Hello, everybody. Instagram. Hi, guys. Am I live? Am I live? Oh, hi, Linda. I can see you. Hi, Betty. Hi, I'm glad you made it. Hey, girl, how are you? It's snowy in your area, I've seen. Thick snow. So over here in Germany, they always want to have snow for Christmas, and it never happens. So, hi, guys. Thank you for joining me. My name is Angela, and I am the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. Hi, Grete. I'm a primary retailer for Dixie Belle over here in Europe, in Germany, actually, in Frankfurt. Hi, Libby. Thank you for joining. So, hi, Sue. Thank you for sharing. That's sweet. That's very sweet. So, this is going to be like finishing touches to this under sink cabinet. I've pimped up basically. On my page, we've done some painting. We had like some ornaments on here, some seahorses and shells, and we've done some painting around here just to give a little more interest to it. This is like one door. The other door is still in progress. I've got up here. Just bring it a little closer. This is basically before we're going to put on some more the wax and stuff like that. This is basically what was done to it. So, and this is the whole cabinet itself was painted with the Silk All-in-One mineral paints by Dixie Belle. And last week we've done the top. We've used the wood grain tool, which was a little bit tricky because this is some pallet wood. So this is like very irregular. To use the wood grain tool was a little bit tricky, but it got a quite nice fun effect on there. This is also done with the Silk All-in-One mineral paints. So tonight I want to seal the top, as this is the Silk All-in-One mineral paints. You don't have to seal. They have a built-in sealer already. They are UV resistant. They are great for outdoors. Just because this is actually under the sink, and there might be some soap and some water and whatever, dripping onto it. I just want to make sure. Hello, Anya. I just want to make sure that nothing is going to happen to it. So this is the reason I'm going to seal it with Gator Hide tonight. And Gator Hide is the toughest top coat by Dixie Belle. I'm going to show you a little more of that piece. Instagram. It's the toughest top coat by Dixie Belle. It is also water resistant. Hi, Nina. So it is a little easier for understanding you now. That's great that you're here. So this is what we're going to do. And I want to add a little more interest to the front here with some colored wax, and we're going to do our own wax. So let's get going. When I use Gator Hide, you can use Gator Hide straight away onto your project, but it makes it easier if you seal your project first, It's not that much of a problem. The Silk All-in-One mineral paints, they are pretty smooth, but when you work with the chalk mineral paints, they are open pores, and Gator Hide dries very quickly. So when you apply Gator Hide straight, aloe vera, straight onto the chalk mineral paints, it dries almost while you're putting it on. And some people said they are going to get some streaks. This is basically when it's already drying and you're going over it again. So when your surface is a little smoother, basically the Gator Hide doesn't dry that quick, and it is, it's not getting stripy. So this is, my preference is when I seal it before the Gator Hide is the top coat satin by Dixie Belle. So as those are the Silk All-in-One mineral paints, they are pretty smooth. So I think I will be all right. I haven't tried it before, so I'm going to leave it without sealing tonight, and I will tell you in a minute how this is going to work. Put that to the side. So this is going to be the Elfen and Helden laboratory on Thursday evenings, as per usual. I'm going to bring that a little closer, I think. It's probably easier instead of like wobbling the cameras around. Oh, there's my coffee. It is 10 p.m. over here, but I'm still drinking coffee just to get going. So if you have any questions, guys, you can leave it in the comments. Ah, Libby, you had your first son over here. That's exciting. Oh, great. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Sanya. I didn't see you a long time. Oh, Jill, you watched me in German. I see. Okay. So, do you like that top? I like those colors together. That's quite funny. So, the coffee to the side. So Gator Hide, as I said, is the toughest top coat by Dixie Belle. And you can see this is very irregular, this is, I made this basically myself. This was supposed to be like a rustic looking thing. It was like brown before, and I painted that years ago. So there was like no Dixie Belle inside over here. So that when it was done. So Gator Hide. That's what it looks like, a little milky. It's going to dry clear. And you can see I've got like this plastic bag on top. This is basically just that I can get the lid open easier because I'm messy. I always make a mess with my stuff. And this is the blue Gator Hide sponge, which is very fine porous. I'm just going to show you. It's very fine porous, and my fingers already covered in paint because I was painting tonight already. Sorry. Very fine porous and very soft, and you can get the Gator Hide on there very smooth. Yes, Linda, it makes life a lot easier. As those are the Silk All-in-One mineral paints, they are a lot smoother than the chalk mineral paints. So I think I'll be all right like this. I'm going to mix the Gator Hide up first nicely. Again, it's also water-based, and all products by Dixie Belle. Just mix them up. Very, very good. It's got like a little smell to it. It's not like completely odor-free like the chalk mineral paints, but it doesn't bother me. I'm pretty sensitive, but this doesn't bother me. It's not too bad. If you're sensitive, just open the window. That's fine. And it's drying, as I said, very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. So I'm just going to pour some on this plate. Yes, Greta. If you work quickly, that's fine. Hi, Dana. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Your order is sent. So I'm just pouring some on this plate here. You can use it directly out of the container, but I'm basically just doing it that way. Close it up. There we go. Okay. So I like to, I'm not soaking my my sponge, but I just like, gotta get you a little more over here. So, but I like to dampen the sponge just like a little bit. I'm using my mister bottle just to make it a little smoother. It's just like a tiny little mist to it. So when you apply the Gator Hide, just dab your sponge into it. This is just too much of the product on there. Just wipe it a little bit off, and Make sure it's nicely covered, but not too much. So then I'm gonna see if you can see. Hang on, Instagram. Gotta get you over here. There we go. No, not Grete one. It was Brigida. Actually, she didn't come back to me yet. I have to contact her. Brigida won yesterday. So when I applied, I just put the sponge down, no pressure, and I just pull it back like this. So yeah, that works fine. That works fine. It goes smoothly over the surface with the silk all-in-ones. So and then when you, especially when you have like something irregular like this, just go overlap a little to the row you've went before. And you should avoid, especially when you have like a dark surface, to go over it again, as it dries pretty quickly. Otherwise, you might get streaks. So that this works beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. And no pressure on the sponge to not that the Gator Hide squeezes out on the side of the sponge. So, as I said, the surface is a little tricky as it is not flat. And always go just in one direction. Don't go back and forth. This is just like little tips and tricks. But it looks like with the silk all-in-one we will be fine without sealing. So that's just about the right amount for the top. Now we'll go over it a second time. I'll let it dry now. We're going to continue with the wax on the front door. If you've missed some areas, go back in your second, you cover it with your second coat. Don't just don't go over it again, because otherwise you might. I'm just going to tap the sides here. So this is the back, this is the front. There's like another piece is gonna go on this side anyway. Excuse me. I had a biscuit earlier, so okay. I'll put that to the side for now. Let it dry, and then we'll see. Oh, thank you, Linda. I'm glad you like it. Hi, Michelle. That's good you're there. So, okay. Mixing our own wax. Why should we do that? Dixie Belle Best Dang Wax comes in. Come down to me. Come down to my level. Come down to my level. Hang on. I'm going to get you fine. There we go. There we go. And Instagram also. I don't have to look that much up to you. There we go. So this is, I'm going to put you right over there. This is basically where we're going to work on in a minute. So, but we're first going to mix our own colored wax, because the nice thing is, not now. The nice thing is about the Best Dang Wax that it is water-based. So you can basically mix it with water-based paints, what the Dixie Belle paints are. And that's what we're going to do, because this year there's like those seahorses, which are like hair ornaments. I wanna just get a little more interest to it and get like into those grooves, just add like a little more bits and pieces to it. There's going to be a different hardware on here also. I've closed the hole, or filled the holes up with Dixie Mud and painted over it, so there's like no handles on there at the moment. Okay, see if there's any questions. No. Hi, Nina. Hi, Betty. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so I'm going to need a little spoon. Is there anything you're painting at the moment? So I'm first going to get. So I've got the best thing wax in clear. You can mix the clear. You're probably thinking this looks white. The clear wax by Dixie Belle looks white, or it is white when it is wet. Yes, it is a cat, Sanya. That's correct. She was looking at the back, wasn't she? She always sneaking in. This is my shop cat, Pussy Galore, and there she is. And oh yes, okay. It's nothing I can do. She loves to sit in my projects. And at the moment, I've got her at home with me because, well, it is winter over here also, and I'm not going to leave her outside. So she's home with me. There she is. There she is. Say hello, Pussy Galore. And just put that lid on there. No, don't put it there. This is freshly painted. And my cat at home, she's slowly getting used to it. She's old, you know, she's like 14 years old, and she wasn't too happy at the beginning, but she's pretty fine now. It's just she's huge. She's absolutely huge. You know, this is she's twice the size than my Kiara. So Kiara is basically scared when she's like twice, and she's like, you know, much younger. So okay, that's enough from her. And yes, she is curious. It's right. Yes. Shut the door on her face. That's what we do. So we're going to mix our own wax. So I'm going to grab some of the. Here we go. Some of the best dang wax in clear. Just a tiny little bit. And we're going to add some of the, there's the lid, close it up first before anything else happens. And I'm going to use the Silk All-in-One. This is the Harbor, which we use on top also, so just to continue the color scheme. And those paints are water-based also. So you're probably thinking now, oh, you said you shouldn't mix them with water or something like that. This is the reason you shouldn't mix the Silk All-in-One mineral paints with water. The only reason, you know, we say they don't blend like the chalk mineral paints is they have benefits. They have a built-in stain blocker, so you don't need Boss with them. They have a built-in top coat. They are UV resistant. They are mold resistant. They are grease, not resistant. You know, they push it away basically. What's it called in English? Oh God! Sometimes I can get mad at myself when I can't remember the words. So yes, it is water-based. So you know this is gonna work beautifully. And I'm just using a tiny little bit. So, and that's the reason you shouldn't mix the silk with water or anything, because you will compromise the benefits of the paint. But when I use it as a wax, you know, I'm not bothered. I just need a tiny little bit to tint the wax. So this is no food, darling. So just going to put a couple of drops in here. As this is very rich also. Let's see. And now I'm just going to mix that up and see if this is going to be rich enough for what I had envisioned. So you can see how rich that is. That is tinting that beautifully. And so you can make, also with the silk all-in-one mineral paints, you can make your own wax. That works beautifully. You could use the chalk mineral paints. It's just because I want to have like basically the same color I'm using on here. So this is what I've got on hand at the moment. You know, when you do projects, you don't want to have like 20,000 colors. You want to use what you use for your project. You know, not everybody has the benefit of having all the colors here. Hi, Anna Maria. So that's it. So for applying the colored wax now, I usually have for all my waxes, I have a separate brush. As this is a colored wax, I'm not going to have like a complete separate brush. You can clean it afterwards with water, as it is water based. You can paint over it if you don't like it, which is a nice thing also. Put this to the side. I'm going to grab. Oops. I'm just going to throw something. I'm just going to grab one of my French tip brushes, which I like to use for when I work with waxes, because they're a little pointed and you can get nicely into like crevices and stuff like that. I want to cover the seahorses. I've got a clean cloth, lint-free. I always say lint-free because it's not that easy with 2 cats around. I should get it out of the way too before she is trying to sniff it. She's still sitting in here, you know, she hasn't moved. So she always likes to be in the middle. Okay, so then I'm you apply just like the normal wax. So I'm gonna go, can you see? No. Instagram, I'm gonna get you over here. I'm gonna get you a little closer and a little further down so you can see what I'm doing. That's better. There you go. So now I'm gonna cover it with the wax. And again, when you work, it doesn't matter which wax you're working with. Usually I would put some clear wax on it beforehand to control it a little better. But as those are the silk all-in-one mineral paints, and I'm not and I don't mind with this look to have it a little more blue. So if you want to control your colored wax, you should put some clear wax beforehand on there, and then you can take it off easier. I'm going to show you as those are, I mean, the painting at the back here is with I've used the chalk mineral paints, but even so, work in sections. So it makes it easier to take the wax off. So don't put it on when you work with colored wax and come back about whatever. Go shopping, come back an hour later or something like that. The wax is going to dry. And then you won't be able to take it off. There we go. I'm going to do it in one go. If you're not so if you worry that it dries too quickly on you, you know, just do one seahorse at a time and go from there. And I want to have like this a little watery watery effect. This is what I'm going for. That's why I am doing this. And the wax, as I said, it is going to dry. It's going to be rock hard at the end. And if you don't like it, you can also paint over it. As it is water-based, it works beautifully. So, hand it around the edges here. So there's still quite a bit left I can use. Go on all those. Oops, that was a bit much. I'm going to take it back anyway. Go down here. There's like those gaps I want to enhance a little bit. There we go. So you can always put some more on if you want to have some more. I'm going to leave it like that for now. So now I'm going to come in with my cloth and I'm going to take it back. So this is, as I said, this is going to be a little bit of a watery, translucent effect this is supposed to be. So the seaweed we've done on the back here, this was done with collard green and daisy. And then I came back with some Florida orange and honky tonk red just to add a little more on top there. So you can see the dark blue under here. This is the Silk All-in-One Deep Sea. And as this paint is pretty smooth, you can take the wax off pretty easy. If you don't let it dry. That's it. Because I want to have like basically, it looks like it is like a water edge, so to say. If it grips for you too much for your taste, you could always come back, but this works easy. You can use some quite like that. It's just about the effect I wanted to achieve. You can see like the edges, you know, just like a little bit enhanced. The seahorses look that they are, you know, covered in the water, a little bit misty. So that's basically just about right. If you want to add some more, you can add some more if you've taken off too much. But this is so much easier to work on the silk than on the chalk mineral paints. So that's the reason I didn't I didn't put any clear wax underneath. You know, when I work with the chalk mineral paints and I work with colored waxes, yep, Betty, it does, yeah. Yes, Nina, that's happening also. That's happening here also. She's such a sweet soul, she is. So, yeah, that's basically, what's the time? Half an hour. Quick today. We're quick today. So as I said, when you work with the chalk mineral paints, put either some clear wax underneath, or you can use the easy peasy spray wax also. That works beautifully. You can seal it with one of the top coats beforehand. I just want to have a little more in there. Go just a little more up here. Just to move it a little easier, because otherwise the normal chalk mineral paints, they are open porous and they just grab onto everything which is touching them, and especially when it is at the end, any of the colored waxes, you know, when you use the black wax, brown wax, it tends to grip to the paint and stay there. But when you work with the silk paint, it works easily like this also. Just don't let it dry, you know. The wax was going to dry within about, 20 minutes or something like that. It's not rock hard then, but then it'll get harder to. Thank you, Anya. Thank you, Jill. So, okay, let's check our top. This is just about what I wanted to do to it down here. I will see if I add some of the new mousses. Already played around with them on here. Didn't think that I'm going to put some wax on there, so I'm going to put some more of the mousses, and I'm using the garnet, the new mousse in garnet, which is red, and I've made a mixture the other day for another project which is picked up by a customer now, and I've mixed the golden gem with the there we go, the golden gem with the diamond. So this is between silver and gold, almost the moonshine metallic steel magnolia, which is my favorite color from it. So, and I've used this on the look at this. Look how shiny that is. This is so bright. This is so bright. You can apply it with this is going on. You can apply it with a brush. You can apply it with your finger. You can apply it with a cloth. You know, this is it. Can use it. You can water it down also. You can use it just like paint. You can paint, you know, it's beautiful when you paint the legs of your furniture, for example, with it. It is water-based, but you can use it like a gilding wax. But it is water-based. So Dixie Belle is bringing out, coming to Germany soon. They are bringing out their new gilding waxes, and I've just heard that some of them won't be available in Europe, unfortunately. So some of them are, but not all of them. So, and this is the This is the garnet. This is the garnet. I'm making a mess again. Typical me, typical me. So that's the garnet. They, when you buy them, the mousses, they come in 4 colors. They come in garnet, they come in golden gem, they come in diamond, which is silver, and they come in amber, which is like a copper color. And consistency varies because basically the metal pigments in the mousses, they have a different weight, so to say. So that's the reason they vary in consistency, just to make sure that the filling of the jars is all the same in the weight. And this is gonna go on the seahorse. I'm just doing the same thing to get it a little more enhanced. The details just on my finger. That's it. And those are basically like those, you know, those finishing touches you can do to your project. Use some gilding waxes, use the mousses. You can get like beautiful effects. Colored waxes. I like to play around with those things because for me, this is basically just like the finishing touches to the projects, and you can add so much more depth. So there we go. Does she look comfy in there? I think she does. She's huge. She got such big paws. A huge cat. So, playing around with the things. I hope you like it. Instagram can see also. The top is already dried, so we can apply already the second coat. I mean, this is how quick the Gator Hide dries. It is already dried. There's some 2 or 3 spots, if I look from here, which are still a little wet, but most of it has already dried, which is about 20 minutes, half an hour at the most. So you can basically continue putting the second coat on already. So especially with Gator Hide, I'm going to bring you back up again. Hang on. I'm going to go flying. So, there we go. So it's basically, there we go. So this is high enough. See, like this. I think that's gonna be fine. Chair out of the way. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna put the second coat on there. Usually would let it sit for an hour or something like that, and then you come back for the second coat. You know, make sure it's dry. Apply another coat of the Gator Hide. So, however, I'm going to stir it again because I want to make sure, you know, when you put it down, the ingredients are going to settle, even if it's only, yes, Betty, the chameleon waxes, I think they're going to come. There's more like, I think the zinc is not going to come, the copper is not going to come, and I'm not sure if it was the silver or the gold. It's like 3 or 4 of them won't come to Europe due to transportation problems. So this is a bit of a pain. very sad about it, but there's nothing we can do. But the chameleon waxes, I think they are gonna come. Hopefully. You'll see. I have to see how I can lay my hand on some because I have to try those. Same thing. I'm going to pour some onto my little plate here. Side. So same thing, same step. Wipe your sponge off. Load it with the product, wipe it off, and then you go over it again. Just move it over the surface. Don't push it down. And overlap a little the area you've just done, which is a little difficult as this is very irregular, this surface. Oops. And I'll be fine with 2 coats. You know, usually when I use the chalk mineral paints, and as I said, this is like going under the sink, so there will be water dripping down and soap dripping down and stuff like that. So that's the only reason I'm sealing it on top with this Silk All-in-One Mineral Paints with Gator Hide. If this would be the chalk mineral paints, I would probably seal it even 3 or 4 times with the Gator Hide, as they don't have any water resistant benefits, and the Silk All-in-One, they have the also built in. This is basically just as additional security, so to say. So I'm just moving it slowly or gently over the surface. No pressure onto it. Just let the sponge glide over it. So, tiny spot here, missed. Tiny spot there. And if you build up too much of the Gator Hide somewhere, just tap it down gently. As I said, it dries so quickly, especially when you have like a dark surface or something like that, and you do that, you might see the that you tapped it down. This is something here. This is not too bad with this one, as this is anyway, you know, with the wood grain tool, this is very irregular. It is irregular in itself, so you won't see any streaks or anything on here. Just put the edge here, the edge on the side, and that's basically it then. There's the hardware gonna go on, and there is the other door obviously gonna go on, which I'm going to do the same thing. So come on out, darling. There we go. And that's it then. I will sit down without a chair. It would have been fun. I've already been dropping down while one of those wheels came off. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to roll you a little back so you can see a bit more. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that. I just got to grab my coffee. I've got to drink something. Where did I put it? There. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for being with me tonight. What's the time? 10 to 11. I think that's fine now. You're welcome, Grete. It's too long. You do that, Linda. He'll appreciate that, I'm sure. Being Gator-hided. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Angela. I'm the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a premium retailer for Dixie over here in Frankfurt in Germany. If you haven't done it yet, please pop over to my page and leave me a like there. I'll highly appreciate that. And thank you guys so much also for sprinkling this this video. That also helps. It's always important for us artists to be spread into the world, so to say. Okay, guys, I will see you next Thursday. Yes, my plan is to come on Christmas Eve, as there's no real Christmas over here unless some miracle is going to happen. But I think I'm gonna be here and paint with you. If you have time to join me, I'll be very happy. Otherwise, you have a nice Christmas. But also tomorrow night and on Monday night and on Wednesday night, I'll be also on my page, only on my page, and I'm having a little giveaway session going. This my rocking Christmas lights, where I'm giving out small things, nothing big, but some paint and some this and some stencils, just to say thank you for you, and because it's Christmas time, it's time to give. So I hope you will join me for those. They are going to be in English and in German, depending who is joining me. I'll be happy to see you there. Guys, yes, Betty, you are one of the best. I know that. I highly appreciate you. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, my friends, you have a nice evening. And if I don't see you tonight, you have a great weekend. And I hopefully see you next week. Then you take care. If you have any questions, also those people who watch replay, put #replay in the comments. And don't hesitate to put your questions into it. Good night, my sweet friends. You take care. Good night, Instagram. Bye-bye.